The people of Sierra Leone, our culture is around conversation. We have this culture of storytelling in the evening when people sit around the fire to talk about the day's events. We believe this project, Fambul Tok Community Healing in Sierra Leone, which is implemented with the support of Catalyst for Peace. The idea is to give civil society in Sierra Leone an opportunity to facilitate dialogue at community level with victims and offenders. To really discuss what went wrong. Why did Sierra Leoneans went so low to killing our brothers, amputating our sisters, killing our mothers, our fathers, putting people in houses and setting them ablaze? What went wrong? And let us come up with recommendations as community members. How can we address this problem so it won't happen again in the history of Sierra Leone? We have an adage which says, in our local dialect, bad bush no dey for throw pikin, which in English means there is no place to throw away a bad child. No matter what happens, no matter what happens to a child or the way a child behaves, he is part of our community. And we have to live as a community. We cannot throw the child away. We know people who did all of these atrocities are Sierra Leoneans. Do we need to send them all to exile? No way. They are part of our resource, human resource. We can transform them, we can rehabilitate them to be very good citizens, to be productive, to help the very communities they destroyed. For instance, it is possible that communities will come up with a recommendation that offenders who were responsible for burning down their houses should work with victims to help rebuild these houses. It's a healing process. It's not a matter of money per se. It's a matter of the symbolic gesture of them showing remorse, of them coming forward to face their victims, or victims willing to see the offenders. The willingness to engage is the huge resource that we have in Sierra Leone that this project wants to tap on. Punishment is a relative term. You can punish people in different ways. Before the colonial masters came to Africa, there were no prisons. We in Africa have our way of addressing justice, but not by sending them to prison. Because if you punish someone, you send him or her to prison. You, the victim, will use your taxpayers' money to still feed him or her in prison. It's double punishment for you. So we are looking at ways of coming together, tap on the resources of our ancestors, tap on the resources of our community, our culture, and address this dark history. I believe the international community will learn a lot from Fambul Tok because the initiative is locally driven. For instance, the special court is addressing justice and they've spent hundreds of millions. The question is, whose justice when the country is in darkness? People live on less than $1 a day. To my knowledge, none, nothing. What we are trying to say is involve Sierra Leoneans in designing our own way of justice. Treat individual countries uniquely. Talk to the people in the countries. Look at their culture, look at their conflict. Get them to design what is best fit to resolve their own problem. This is what we want to show. This is the lesson we want the international community to learn from Fambul Tok. And show the world what is Sierra Leone can do. The Fambul Tok train, I will describe it as a train as it's moving along Sierra Leone. Have just begun its long journey to Reconciliation Station.